Before you reach for that foundation brush tomorrow morning, stop. Because what I'm about to show you today might completely change the way you look in the mirror, and not in the way you'd expect. Most women over 50 are actually aging themselves with their makeup, and the wild part. They're doing it with products they've used for years. Products they trust. Products they spent good money on. And I know what you might be thinking, asterisk, I've been doing my makeup for decades, I think I know what I'm doing. Asterisk. And you do. You absolutely do. But here's the thing nobody tells you, the face you had at 35 plays by completely different rules than the face you have now. And when you keep using the same techniques on a face that has changed, the makeup stops working for you and starts working against you. Today, I'm going to walk you through the exact mistakes that are quietly adding years to your face, and more importantly, what to do instead. Simple switches. Easy changes. Nothing complicated, nothing expensive. Stay with me till the end because the last point. That one surprises almost every single woman I share it with. You don't want to miss it. Welcome back, beautiful, to Elegance at Any Age, the place where we prove every single week that style, grace, and confidence don't have an expiration date. If you're new here, welcome home. This channel is built just for you. We talk about looking and feeling your absolute best after 60, without spending a fortune or spending hours in front of the mirror. So if that sounds like your kind of space, you are going to love it here. And to my returning viewers, I see you, I appreciate you, and as always, I made this one just for you. Now before we dive in, really quickly, if you find value in what we share here on this channel, do something small that actually means the world to us. Hit that like button, drop a comment below telling me your biggest makeup struggle right now, and if you haven't already, subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss a new video. It takes 2 seconds and it truly helps this channel reach more women, just like you who deserve to feel confident and beautiful at every age. Alright, let's get into it. Because your mirror is waiting, and we've got some habits to break. Part 1, the foundation trap. Let's start with the one thing almost every woman reaches for first, foundation. Now here is where it gets interesting. Most women over 50 are actually choosing foundations that are too heavy, too full coverage, and too matte. And I completely understand why. We grew up thinking more coverage means better coverage. We were taught that a flawless, poreless, perfectly even base is the goal. But here is what nobody sat us down and explained. After 50, your skin changes. It gets drier, thinner, and it loses some of that natural bounce it used to have. And when you press a thick, heavy, matte foundation onto skin like that, it doesn't smooth things out. It actually sinks right into every fine line, every crease, every little fold around your mouth and eyes. And suddenly, instead of looking polished, you look like your makeup is wearing you. What to do instead? Switch to a lightweight, skin tint, or a satin finish foundation. Something that lets your real skin breathe, and show through just a little. You are not trying to erase your face. You are enhancing it. A little dewiness on the skin after 60 reads as healthy, youthful, and radiant. That is exactly what we want. And if you still want coverage in certain spots, spot conceal. Put the coverage only where you actually need it, and leave the rest of your skin alone. Your skin will thank you. Your mirror will thank you. Part 2, the powder problem. Right after foundation, most women set everything with powder. A lot of powder. All over the face. Every single day. And look, setting powder has its place. But when you dust it from forehead to chin without a second thought, something happens that we do not always notice until we see a photo of ourselves and wonder why we look so tired. Heavy powder settles into the lines around your eyes, your mouth, and your forehead and makes them look deeper and more pronounced than they actually are. It also strips that healthy glow right off the face and replaces it with a flat, chalky, dull finish that can actually make the face look older in photographs and in real life. What to do instead? Use powder sparingly and strategically. Apply it only where you actually get oily, usually the center of the forehead, the nose, and the chin. That is it. Avoid packing powder underneath the eyes entirely. That area needs moisture and light reflection, not powder sitting in the fine lines underneath. Try a finely milled translucent powder and use a light hand. Less really is more here. You will be genuinely surprised at how much more alive and awake your face looks when you stop overpowdering it. Part 3, the eyeliner mistake everyone makes. This one is probably the most common mistake I see, and it is one of the most aging things you can do to your eyes without realizing it. Lining the entire eye, the top lid, the bottom waterline, all the way around, in a dark pencil or dark liquid liner. A lot of women have done this since their 20s, and it feels completely natural at this point. But here is what dark liner, all the way around the eye actually does to a mature face. It closes the eye in. It makes the eyes look smaller, heavier, and more tired. And as we get older and our eyes naturally start to lose a little of that wide, open brightness they once had, closing them in further with dark liner works completely against us. What to do instead: keep liner on the top lid only, and if possible, skip it on the lower waterline completely. If you love definition on the lower lash line, try a soft brown eyeshadow applied with a thin brush instead of a pencil. It gives you definition without the harsh closed-in effect. And on the top lid, try tight lining. That means applying liner right at the base of the lashes rather than drawing a thick line across the lid. It makes lashes look fuller and the eye look brighter without that heavy lined effect. It is one of the most underrated tricks for women over 50, and once you try it you will never go back. Real quick, if you are learning something new today, go ahead and tap that like button right now. It lets me know this kind of content is helpful, and it tells YouTube to share this video with more women who need to hear it. And if you have a girlfriend, a sister, or a mom over 50 who does her makeup every day, share this video with her. It might just be the most useful thing you send her all week. Okay, back to it. Part 4, blush in the wrong place. Here is one that is going to surprise you because it is so simple but so powerful. Where you place your blush matters enormously after 50. And most women are placing it in a spot that is actually dragging the face downward. If you are still sweeping blush across the apples of your cheeks, the round part that puffs up when you smile, you are inadvertently pulling attention downward on the face. And as we get older, everything naturally starts to drop a little. Gravity is doing its job. So we want our makeup to lift, not follow the drop. What to do instead: move your blush higher. Sweep it slightly upward toward the temples, starting from just below the cheekbone and going up. This lifts the whole face visually. It gives you that sculpted, awake look that people will notice but not be able to explain. They will just say you look wonderful today, and not quite know why. Also consider your blush shade. Dusty rose, warm peach, and soft terracotta shades work beautifully on mature skin. Steer away from anything too bright pink or too cool toned, as these can wash out the complexion rather than warm it up. Part 5, the lipstick situation. Let us talk about lips because this section alone could change everything. Dark lipstick. Very matte lipstick. Lip liner that is too dark or too precisely drawn. These are all things that, after 50, tend to draw attention to thinning lips, feathering, and lines around the mouth in a way that feels harsh rather than polished. Now I am not here to tell you to give up dark lipstick. Wear what you love. But there are a few small adjustments that can make even a bold lip look softer and more youthful on a mature face. What to do instead: start with a lip liner that matches your natural lip color, not your lipstick. Use it to gently define the edge of the lips and then fill the entire lip in with it before applying your color. This gives the lipstick something to grip and prevents feathering throughout the day. Choose lipstick formulas with a satin or creamy finish rather than a completely flat matte. Matte formulas settle into the vertical lines above the lip and emphasize them. A little sheen plumps the lips visually and keeps the whole look from looking flat. And here is the tip that sounds counterintuitive but works every single time. Dab just a tiny amount of a lighter shade or a gloss right in the center of your bottom lip over your lipstick. It creates the illusion of fuller lips without any needles, without any fillers, and without spending anything more than you already have. Part 6, the eyebrow oversight. If there is one thing that frames the entire face and communicates youth and energy more than anything else, it is the eyebrows. And a lot of women over 60 are either overdrawing them in a way that looks harsh, or they have thinning brows, and are leaving them almost bare because they are not sure what to do. Here is the truth. Sparse, thin, barely their brows can age the face significantly. But drawn-on brows that are too dark, too arched, or too sharply defined can look just as aging in a different way. What to do instead? Use a brow pencil or a brow powder that is one shade lighter than your natural hair color. If your hair has gone silver or white, try a soft taupe or a warm light brown. Fill in the brows using short, light, hair-like strokes rather than drawing a solid line. This mimics the look of real hair and keeps things looking natural. Keep the arch soft and gentle. A very high dramatic arch reads as harsh on a mature face. A slightly lifted natural arch looks polished and elegant without trying too hard. Finish with a clear or tinted brow gel to keep everything in place throughout the day. Well-groomed, naturally full brows can take years off the face. They are one of the most powerful tools you have, and one of the most overlooked. Part 7, the one nobody talks about, skincare before makeup. Now here is the one I promised you at the beginning. The one that surprises almost every woman I share it with. The biggest makeup mistake women over 50 make has nothing to do with the makeup itself. It is what they do, or not do, before the makeup goes on. Skipping or rushing skincare before makeup means you are applying everything onto a dry, unprepared canvas. And dry skin grabs makeup differently. It holds it unevenly, it emphasizes texture, and it makes everything look older by mid-morning. What to do instead? Take just 3 minutes before your makeup and do this. Cleanse or splash your face with water. Apply a hydrating serum, or just a few drops of a facial oil. Then apply your moisturizer and let it absorb for just a couple of minutes before your primer or foundation goes on. That is it. 3 minutes. No complicated routine. No expensive products needed. When your skin is properly hydrated before makeup, your foundation glides on smoother, your concealer does not crease, your powder sits lighter, and your whole look lasts longer through the day. Hydrated skin reflects light naturally, and that is exactly what makes a face look alive, awake, and younger. This one step alone can transform your makeup results more than switching any single product. And that right there is your complete guide to the makeup habits that may be quietly aging your face, and exactly what to swap them for, without buying a whole new makeup bag, and without spending hours in front of the mirror. Small changes. Real results. That is always the goal here at Elegance at any age. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments below. I read every single one, and I genuinely love hearing from you. If this video helped you today, please give it a like, it takes 1 second and it means so much. And if you are not yet part of our community here, subscribe right now. We post new videos every week all about looking and feeling your beautiful best after 60, without breaking the bank and without overcomplicating a single thing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. You are elegant, you are timeless, and don't you ever forget it. I will see you in the next one.